Just one moment of carelessness is enough to destroy an entire breeding season for the secretary birds. The sun has just risen above the vast African savanna. Three eggs rest quietly inside a carefully woven bed of dry grass. From the ground below, the honey badger slowly enters the area. Its nose constantly samples every breeze. The bird dives toward the ground at incredible speed. Its long legs aim directly at the honey badger. The secretary bird continues the pursuit. The distance between them and the nest grows wider. The honey badger suddenly turns and runs. The secretary bird remains close behind. The bird believes it has successfully protected its nest. After a long chase, the secretary bird finally stops. It carefully scans the surroundings to make sure the danger has passed. By then, the honey badger has disappeared behind the tall grass. It quietly circles around to the opposite side of the acacia tree. The honey badger moves forward with extraordinary caution. The secretary bird has just landed near the nest. It still has no idea that the predator has returned. The honey badger creeps toward the base of the tree. The secretary bird turns its head toward the distant grassland. The honey badger quickly sinks its claws into the trunk. The distance to the nest grows shorter. At that very moment, the secretary bird casually glances back. Its long legs deliver the first powerful kick to the honey badger's back. The secretary bird keeps calling loudly to intimidate its opponent. The other secretary bird immediately flies back to reinforce its partner. The two secretary birds take turns attacking from opposite sides. The honey badger ducks its head to avoid the bird's jump. Gray feathers scatter wildly through the air. The honey badger manages to climb a little higher. The secretary bird lands directly in front of the nest. It spreads its wings wide to shield the eggs. The honey badger growls and continues advancing. The secretary bird jumps backward to avoid its bite. In that split second, the nest is right in front of the honey badger. The honey badger quickly grabs the first egg. Without hesitating, it grabs a second egg. The honey badger quickly turns to retreat. It descends the tree much faster than it climbed up. The secretary birds stay close behind every step of the way. One powerful kick narrowly misses the honey badger's back. The honey badger drops onto the dry grass. Both eggs remain safely held in its jaws. honey badger instantly bursts into a sprint. It races through dense, thorny bushes. Their alarm calls echo across the entire savanna. The honey badger disappears into the sea of golden grass. The two secretary birds can only circle helplessly overhead. They eventually return to the nest after losing 2 of their eggs. Only 1 egg remains in the nest. The battle is over, but the struggle for survival continues for both species. The sun once again bathes the savanna in golden morning light. The honey badger emerges from its shelter after a night's rest. The familiar scent drifts through the breeze once more. The secretary bird's nest is still clearly visible high in the acacia tree. The 2 secretary birds continue taking turns guarding the nest. The last remaining egg is still safe. The honey badger watches from behind a thorny bush. It quietly approaches the base of the tree. The honey badger begins climbing once again. The branches quickly conceal its body. The secretary bird still has not noticed. The distance to the nest grows shorter. The secretary bird immediately looks downward. A loud alarm call suddenly echoes through the air. A relentless barrage of powerful kicks crashes against the tree. It continues climbing upward without stopping. The nest is now only a few steps away. One secretary bird spreads its wings wide to shield the nest. The other continues delivering powerful kicks. The honey badger suddenly lunges toward the nest. The honey badger thrusts its head into the nest. The last remaining egg lies directly before its eyes. It firmly grasps the egg with its powerful jaws. Both secretary birds dive toward it at the same time. The honey badger immediately turns and begins descending. The powerful kicks continue striking toward it. The 2 secretary birds continue the chase. The rugged terrain gradually slows the secretary birds. The distance between them steadily increases. The honey badger disappears behind a cluster of large rocks. The 2 secretary birds have no choice but to return to their empty nest. On the African savanna, every victory comes at the cost of determination and courage. The endless cycle of survival continues beneath the African sun.